Welcome to the Candidates Forum for those individuals seeking the office of mayor for the city of Vincent. I'm Kirk Manser with the Shelby County Chamber. On behalf of our chamber, we're pleased to co-host this event with our collaborative partners, Shelby County Newspapers. We hope you find this program both interesting and informative, and we're pleased you could be with us. All of the candidates running for the office of mayor for the city of Vincent were invited to participate in this virtual forum. Their willingness to put themselves before the voters of the city of Vincent is a true testament to their desire to serve and lead their community. Now let me explain our format for this virtual forum. Each candidate will be asked the same questions and given 2 minutes to respond. The sequence for answering those questions will rotate alphabetically. None of the candidates have been provided with the questions prior to this event. The participating candidates will respond to these questions in this alphabetical sequence, with each candidate alternating responding to the question first. This rotation sequence will continue in this fashion through the end of the question and answer portion of the forum. In the interest of time, there will be no opening statements. There will, however, be the opportunity for our participating candidates to provide a closing statement. These closing statements should be no longer than 3 minutes. A timekeeper will provide each of the candidates with a countdown during their answer comments by holding up a card indicating the time remaining. I will be posing questions to the participating candidates based upon those questions developed by our Chamber's Government Affairs Work Group. Now, let's begin with our first question for Ms. Jordan Smith and Mr. Latimer. And we'll start with our first question with Ms. Jordan Smith. Ms. Jordan Smith, why do you want to be mayor for the city of Vincent?
Why not? I love this city. I have served tirelessly in this community for years, all of my life actually. Serving beginning back in the days of elementary school, working as PTO president, and then working with our high school. I have served on various boards at the high school level. The one board that I'm most proud of is our capital campaign, where we are working to raise money for our schools that the general budget cannot support, such as money for the fitness center, the workout room. So that's one project that I'm involved in right now with the schools that I'm very proud of. Also, I have worked on the library board. I have worked on the park board as well. But even at the library board level, we have renovated the library. We have new equipment in the library, new flooring and new furniture. And then on the park board, we have completed so many projects on the park level. And I have served on the council for 12 years. So as far as my passion and my leadership, I am the best candidate for mayor. I think it's just a natural step, a natural progression for me to seek the office of mayor in the city of Vincent. And I just so look forward to serving the residents and working along with the council.
Thank you. And now same question to Mr. Latimer. Mr. Latimer, why do you want to be mayor for the city of Vincent?
That's a good question. I think I bring a lot to the table in a leadership role for the city. I have a vision of where I would like to see the city go. I've been a servant in the city for the past about 5 years. I've been a reserve officer with the police department, so I'm aware of a lot of the things that are going on in the city, and I have ideas that I think we can improve on some of the issues that we have in the city. I'm a big supporter of public safety. I'm in support of the police department, the fire department, and I would like to see those and our parks and recreations taken care of, and I think there's things that we can improve on.
Thank you. And now for our second question, we'll start with Mr. Latimer. What, in your opinion, are the priorities and responsibilities for the city of Vincent's mayor?
I think the biggest priority for the mayor is ensuring that the city manages all of its resources adequately. We need to be careful with how we spend money. We need to spend money in places that are appropriate and that give the most benefit to our citizens. We don't need to spend a lot of money on things that are not that beneficial to the city. For instance, lofty goals that are not really attainable. I think we should be very careful of contributing a lot of money to, or promising a lot of money to those things. There are areas where we can spend money that absolutely make a positive impact on our city. We have a very nice park. We can spend some money keeping that up to date. We have a fire department who is very well trained. They're all volunteer. I think we need to continue to support them. They give up a lot of their time with their families, time working to support the citizens of Vincent, and I think it's very important that we respect that and give that a lot of attention. And if possible, we'd like to give them more resources to do that job. One of the other things, like I said earlier, the police department, we have a very good group of guys. We have some issues in the police department for sure. Like I say, I'm a reserve police officer, so I'm aware of some of the things that go on down there. And I think there are solutions to those problems, and we can improve upon the service that our police department gives us, and I think it's an important thing that we should focus on.
Thank you. And now, Ms. Jordan Smith, same question to you. What, in your opinion, are the priorities and responsibilities of the City of Vincent's mayor?
Well, there are a lot of responsibilities as mayor, countless numbers of responsibilities as mayor, but I want to talk more about priorities, or my priorities or goals as mayor. One of them, my biggest priority is going to be on community engagement, to ensure that the residents of Vincent are engaged and aware of things that are going on in our community. I would like for us to revisit our strategic plan. It is at the point where it needs updating. So I would like to bring our community together and have a meeting around our strategic plan so that our residents will have a buy-in on where we are now as a city, where we want to go in the future as well. But when we come together for us to do the SWOT analysis, where we look at our strengths, our weaknesses, our opportunities, and our threats. And then another area that I would like for us to focus on in this community engagement piece is throughout my tenure as mayor, for us to have more small town meetings and really engage our citizens and really talk to them about what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how they can assist us with projects.
Thank you. And now our third question, Ms. Jordan Smith, we'll start with you. Where do you see the City of Vincent in 4 years?
Where I see the City of Vincent in 4 years is continuing to flourish. In 4 years, I see where the City of Vincent will have a community center, senior center, storm shelter. That is one of the goals right now of the current administration, but in 4 years, it will come to fruition. And I am going to be elated to lead that project as mayor. Currently in our town, we have to travel to neighboring communities, being Childersburg, Sylacauga, Pell City, or Chelsea, in order for our children to participate in additional activities. And so I see us building that and flourishing with that.
Thank you. And now, Mr. Latimer, same question. Where do you see the City of Vincent in 4 years?
I would like to see the city grow. I think there's some things that we can do to attract businesses to the city. One of the things that I know has been talked about a lot lately is revising the building permitting process. I think that's one key thing that we could do that will help attract businesses to the city. We've got a lot going on in the city. You know, we have Highway 231 running right through the middle of town. We're not too far off of 280. So there's potential there for new businesses to come in, and we have a lot to offer new businesses. We have great people in our town. We have a great pool of people who would make excellent employees for any business. So those are a few of the things that would seek to draw businesses to our town. And doing so is going to help our town grow. More businesses are going to help us have more resources to provide facilities and programs for our citizens, and that's the ultimate goal. We want to create the best possible scenario for all of our people here in Vincent. And the way we do that is through continuing to grow as a community, bringing in businesses, and making smart choices. That's the most important thing.
Thank you. Now for our fourth question, we'll begin with Mr. Latimer. What plans, if any, do you have to help attract more businesses into the city of Vincent?
Well, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, one thing that we've been talking about is the building permits. I think some changes to the way we issue building permits in the city would encourage some new businesses to come into town, because the process as it is now is kind of burdensome, makes it difficult for businesses to get a building permit in the city. Another thing that we would like to see is, one of my plans is I want to establish a committee that will look at going out and attracting new businesses. I think one of the problems we've had is we haven't been proactive about bringing businesses to the city. We've kind of sat back and let businesses come to us, and that's slow. I'm not saying it's wrong, but I think we could be more proactive. I think we could go out and seek out people who are looking to start a business somewhere. And I'm not talking about bringing Walmart or anything like that. What we really want to focus on is the small stores, mom and pop kind of stores, people that are a part of the community. Those people are absolutely vital to the success of our town. And if we can encourage more people to come in and start a business like that in Vincent, whether it be a flower shop or a hardware store, I don't know, no specific type of business. But we want to encourage those small businesses, because small businesses are everything in this country. They're the #1 employer in the country. I myself own a small business. Only have 1 employee, hey. But I'm out there working every day, and I want people like that calling our city home, because those are the kind of people that really help build a community.
Thank you. Ms. Jordan Smith, same question. What plans, if any, do you have to help attract more businesses into the city of Vincent?
The recruitment of appropriate businesses and industries is vital for the city of Vincent. And in order for a business or an industry to come, in Vincent, we must have the proper infrastructure. There is a need to extend our sewer system to our downtown area so that we can recruit those businesses there. There is a need in Vincent to have access to high-speed internet. That's very important that we have that in order to recruit those businesses. It's difficult for a business industry to come to your town and not have the proper infrastructure. So that is one thing that's critically needed in our town, and I'm going to work tirelessly along with the council so that we can make that happen.
Thank you. And now for our fifth question, Ms. Jordan Smith, we'll begin with you. If you are elected, what specific skills or strengths do you possess which you believe will benefit the city of Vincent?
Oh, that's a great question. The skills that I possess is going to be really my experience from serving 12 years on the council and working closely with the council as well as with the mayor. Also, the opportunity that I've gained in working on various boards and committees throughout the state as well as throughout the county will help me with my leadership skills. My experience with budgeting will be very important as well. In my professional career, I have been in charge of budgeting, and then I have over 20 years of experience working at H&R Block, which will help me with the budgeting process as well. But the experience of creating and working on the budget along with the mayor is the greatest strength that I'm going to bring as mayor, and there will not be a learning curve in that respect.
Thank you. Mr. Latimer, same question. If you are elected, what specific skills or strengths do you possess which you believe will benefit the city of Vincent?
Well, I think I have a lot. First off, I served in the United States Marine Corps Reserve for 6 years straight out of high school. So I've been in situations where I've had the opportunity to observe people who are excellent leaders. That gave me a lot of experience. I've also, as I said a few minutes ago, I run my own business. That's That's a struggle, but it teaches you a lot, and it really teaches you a lot about working with people and how to accomplish goals through the use of people and their skills. One of the things that I think that makes me a good leader is I like to think of myself as a leader, not a manager. I like to encourage people who work for me, department heads, whatever it may be. I give them free rein to do their job. I expect results. I don't like to micromanage. I don't think that's appropriate. Now, in the instance where I need to step in, I'm absolutely going to step in and take control of that situation. But I think the key to being a successful leader is building the people who are working for you and encouraging them to do their job and teaching them how to do their job. Now, they know how to do their job, hopefully. I'm not an expert on being a police chief or a fire chief or anything like that, but I do believe that I can work with those individuals and make them be the best that they can be.
Thank you. For our sixth question, Mr. Latimer, we'll start with you. How would you describe the city of Vincent to someone wanting to start a business there?
City of Vincent is an outstanding little town. We have some of the greatest people in the world living in our city. They're hard workers. They are good, upstanding citizens. If anyone was considering bringing a business to our town, that would be the first thing that I tell them is we've got people here that are going to make great employees. They're going to be great and loyal customers, and you really could not find a better community to bring your business to.
Thank you. Ms. Jordan Smith, how would you describe the city of Vincent to someone wanting to start a business there?
Describing the city of Vincent to someone that would like to start a business in our community, I will first start off by telling them about the people of Vincent and let them know that there are residents in Vincent that will support them, do business with them, and appreciate them coming to our town. And I think that's most important, that the residents will do that, and that's true. Our community is a community that loves people. And I can say that whenever we have events in Vincent, I can call on our residents to come out and they will support. Whether it's through our church or whether it's through our school, they support in Vincent. And the people in Vincent love each other and support one another. So when a business comes to our town, we will support that business that comes to our town.
Thank you. And now for our seventh question, Ms. Jordan Smith, we'll start with you. One of the best ways to attract and retain business is to ensure that their workforce needs are met now and in the future. How do you believe we can prepare our K through 12 students to be strong, productive members of our workforce pipeline and to meet the needs of our employers?
Workforce development is really important and crucial. At the high school this year, our students had the opportunity to participate in the Ready for Work program, which was vital. Our teacher there, Ms. Howard, did an excellent job with that program in introducing our students to opportunities such as that and other events that occur or that are promoted through our schools, either in the 9th and 10th grade, the various chamber events that come through there. Those are crucial to introducing our students to the workforce development area.
Thank you. Mr. Latimer, same question. One of the best ways to attract and retain business is to ensure that their workforce needs are met now and in the future. How do you believe we can prepare our K through 12 students to be strong, productive members of our workforce pipeline and to meet the needs of our employers?
There's a couple of things that I think we could do to achieve that. One, obviously, we're going to support the school. You know, if the school needs something, we want to try to provide whatever resources they need. Another good thing that we can do is we have several youth leagues in the city. You know, baseball, sports, football, things like that. Those kinds of things are great character building programs, and I think we should support those. We should be working with the youth league, encouraging kids to get out there and play sports, get out there at the park and work, practice every day, and that teaches work ethic for one thing. It teaches personal responsibility, and I think those are two very important things in young adults as they grow from childhood into adulthood, and those things transfer directly into good employees.
Thank you. And our final question will begin with Mr. Latimer. Why should the citizens of Vincent elect you mayor?
Well, I think I'm the best person for the job, and I don't say that out of a sense of arrogance or anything like that. Those of you that know me, you know I'm a humble person. I think I have strong leadership skills that are going to be very, very beneficial to the mayor's office. I have several years of experience running my own business, so that's a plus in my experience. I've also worked, as I said, I've been a reserve police officer for the past 5 years. I recently graduated from the Jefferson County Sheriff's Academy, so I'm now a post certified police officer as well. Unfortunately, I have resigned from the Vincent Police Department because I'm seeking a higher office, and I think I can do more good there. But all of those things, I think, give me a lot of insight into what needs to be done for the city and where we need to go in the future. I've developed a very good working relationship with everybody at City Hall. I've got a good working relationship with the people in our Public Works Department, within our Fire Department, and I know I'm going to be able to work well with those people, and I know they respect where I'm coming from, and they're going to respect my leadership abilities, and that's going to get the job done.
Thank you. And same question, Ms. Jordan Smith. Why should the citizens of Vincent elect you mayor?
The citizen of Vincent should elect me as mayor because I'll get it done. I am a goal-oriented, action-driven person. When you say no to me, I'm going to figure out a way to get it done. So the people of Vincent should elect me because of my passion for the city of Vincent, my goal-oriented drive, and my ability to do things decent and in order in the right way. The people of Vincent should elect me because I have the experience to move our city forward, and I can't say enough about the passion and the love that I have for the city of Vincent as a lifelong resident.
Thank you. That concludes the Q&A portion of this virtual forum. Now we'll move into our closing statements, and we'll begin with Mr. Latimer. Mr. Latimer?
I'd like to say in closing, thank you to all of you for considering me as the next mayor of Vincent. I've told everybody who I've talked to as I've been out around town, I don't make promises that I can't keep. And I think that's something that's very important, and I want you all to know that. However, this is one promise that I will make to you. I will always do the best job that I can. I will always do what I think is right, and I'll always be there willing to listen to what you have to say. I've got a lot of ideas for the city, but I cannot do this without each and every one of you telling me what your ideas are for the city. I believe that's one of the most important aspects of a democratic republic, and that's what this is. We have a council and a mayor elected by you, the citizens of Vincent, and we need your input so that we can make the best decisions possible to lead our town. There's a lot of things I want to get done. As I've mentioned earlier in this forum, I'm a big supporter of public safety. I'm going to support the police department. I want to support the fire department. One of the things I would like to do is see if there's any possible way we can add a full-time member to our fire department. I don't know that it's possible. I do not know exactly what the budget requirements are going to be, and I won't promise that it'll happen in the next 4 years, but it is something that I believe is a worthy thing for us to look at, and it's something that will be a direct benefit to all of the citizens of our town. Another thing that we would like to get done is working with the Youth League. I mentioned that briefly a few minutes ago. I think that's important that we work with the Youth League and support our young people, give them the opportunity to play sports in our town. Like I said, those things build character and they make for strong and reliable adults. So that's very important. And the last thing I want to mention is, this is something else that I've heard around town, is the community center. I know a lot of people would like to see us have a community center in the city. We have a building right by City Hall that we could turn into a community center with a minimum investment. I know there's a plan out there to build a brand new community center and revamp the park and spend a lot of money building new infrastructure at the park. We unfortunately don't have the money for that right now. And that's a great goal, and I support that. But in the interim, what we can do for our city is take that building and turn that into a community center and use that. And that's the key to my administration. I want to use our resources wisely, make smart financial decisions, and do everything we can to make the quality of life for all of you better. And I hope you'll consider voting for me on August 25th. Thank you.
Thank you. And now, Ms. Jordan Smith, your closing statement.
Thank you to the Shelby Chamber and the Shelby County newspaper for hosting this event. I can only imagine the struggle of trying to organize this during a pandemic. Matthew, the 20th chapter and the 28th verse reads, "For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and give his life a ransom for many." I have been and will continue to be a servant leader. I am passionate about serving and helping others. I have served on this city council for 12 years. I have served in various leadership capacities throughout the county and the state. I have served on numerous boards and committees. Except for my time away as a student at the University of Alabama, I have spent my entire life in the city of Vincent. My experience and passion makes me the best candidate as mayor. I fully support our police department as well as our fire department. Our employees and volunteers are vital to the success of our city, and they are valued resources. I pledge to continue to lead this city forward with passion. I pledge to listen to our residents. I pledge to work alongside our council to move this city forward so that we all can continue to call Vincent and be proud to call Vincent home. I humbly ask for your vote as mayor on Tuesday, August the 25th.
This concludes our forum for the City of Vincent. Thanks again to the candidates who were able to join us in sharing their vision for the City of Vincent. Thanks also to our collaborative partners at the Shelby County newspapers. Finally, and most importantly, thanks to each of you for taking the time to view this video. We hope you found this program informative, and we encourage you to participate in the election for mayor for the City of Vincent on Tuesday, August 25th. We are adjourned.